Top of the morning, everybody. Eric Solobox out in the shop today. I haven't checked in a while. I've been busy. I've been working. Took a trip down to Asher and I went to Oregon for a few days. Working on some boxes. Just finishing. I've just got a couple more left to weld this morning. So yesterday on Facebook Marketplace, this Kennedy box. Actually, this is a Craftsman branded Kennedy box. The 3-tier set came up for 200 bucks. Generally speaking, a lot of times it's like 200 bucks for one of these little ones. So to grab the 3-tier set, actually there's a 3-tier set like this that's on there right now for sale that's empty for $500. He started out at 6. I see he dropped his price by 100 bucks, but it's totally empty. This was full of tools for $200. I've been putting my stuff into it. So like stuff like this, like that was already mine, but lots of good stuff in there. Like there's a Starrett micrometer that was in there. Not a lot of machining stuff, but like the other day I was on the mill and I had something hanging out of the vise and I was thinking to myself, you know, I really need to get some of these guys, little machinist jacks, either make some or buy some. This is actually a real machinist jack, not handmade, I don't think. But there were 4 of those up in there. Just a bunch of tools in there. Some woodworking stuff, lots of Craftsman stuff. I went through and grabbed, like this is probably my favorite ratchet. This is like my go-to. And now I've got 2 of them. So there was a bunch of extensions, bunch of American-made stuff. Swivel head, bunch of stuff was in there. I went through and picked out the stuff that I wanted. Lots of hand tool stuff that ended up going into my hand tool stuff over here. Lots of files, metalworking type of stuff like that. I'm sure that these boxes, actually on the way out to, I had to go out to Whidbey Island last night to get this. And I was thinking to myself on the way out there, I bet this box probably belonged to like a Boeing machinist that retired. Sure enough, I get out there and I do believe he's deceased now. So, but I bet these boxes probably had a lot of really good stuff in them at some point that have all been picked through now. But there was some cool stuff like this little X-Acto knife set and lots of like stuff like this, like layout stuff. A whole bunch of hole gauges were still in there. Not necessarily stuff that I really needed, but at $200 for the 3-tier set, I really couldn't complain. I would do that all day, every day. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going through and I'm setting this up is going to be just milling stuff. Milling, basically like, what all did I put in here? So stuff for the mill, like parallels and stuff. Anything that's drill related, tap related. There's a bunch of honing stuff back there. I still have a bunch of, there's a bunch of milling stuff, but I still have, oh, I forgot. So, these, you can get them at Harbor Freight, these little plastic trays, and I'm really thrilled that they fit in here. So I'll probably go and buy some more of those. I've still got some drawers in here anyway that don't have anything in them yet. Here's a bunch of collets. This is like boring heads. There's a couple of these here, boring stuff, stuff for drilling. So basically everything that I'd want to do with the mill, drill bits. Still have some drawers that are empty. Like I got these little ones that don't really have anything in them yet. There's some 1, 2, 3 blocks. A little bit of, there's some of the Starrett type of stuff in the box already. I went through and cleaned it out last night, basically. I don't know what these are. If somebody could enlighten me, I'm gonna use it to pound on shit. I think that might actually be what it's for, maybe for tapping stuff into place, maybe on a mill vise or something. I don't know. So if you know what that is, let me know. I got 2 of them. Same with these. I've seen my metal lathe came with one of these and I never knew exactly what this little clamp. I got 2 more of them. If somebody could enlighten me, I don't know what the hell these are, but Anyway, I'm pretty thrilled with my purchase. So that came up. It had been listed like 40 minutes previous, and like I immediately sent out a message. Guy got back to me. He wanted me to wait till 10 o'clock this morning to drive out to Whidbey Island, out to Coopville, to look at this. And I was like, well, if anything changes where I could come this evening, it would be better, because I don't want to break up my work day. And he got back to me and said, oh, hey, my dad will see you if you want to come out and give him the money. So I went out and picked this up last night. Didn't get home till about 9 o'clock last night. It's about an hour each way, no big deal. I grew up out on that island, so I know the area pretty well, but I was pretty thrilled to get to go out and get that. There were a lot of stuff in there, like files and stuff. Could have been better as far as machinist related stuff, but the box itself, I'm absolutely thrilled with. 3 different key locks, and it's got all 3 different keys. That never happens with these. Like, I don't have keys to any of that stuff. So here's a bunch of the stuff that was in there too. This is the stuff that basically I don't want. So my good buddy Chad, he's the wood butcher in the family. I'm gonna have him come in, probably look through some of this stuff. Like, he owns a knife sharpening shop too, so he will probably want some stuff like this draw knife. There was definitely some woodworking stuff. I kind of like the aesthetic of the wood handled screwdrivers, but I'm not going to hold on to those. Every once in a while, I need a drill that's got a bunch of extra torque that you can actually plug in, so maybe I'll keep that. There's like 3 sanders, jigsaw, all kinds of crappy stuff. Like, I really like these Craftsman screwdrivers. It's a shame that they're in such bad shape. But, you know, I mean, I never have to measure anything where this would be necessary. I suppose I could hold on to it. I think that's leather actually on the outside of it. It's probably fairly old. Kind of cool. Anyhow, a lot of this stuff is just cheap, like Chinese stuff that I didn't want. Bunches of screwdrivers, these little twisty things, you know. Yeah, I don't want it. I've already got, you know, it's all Chinese made stuff. All of the stuff that was Craftsman that was in there, like there were a whole bunch of Craftsman like box wrenches and stuff too. I took all that stuff and kept it, but there's still tools here that are useful to somebody, I'm sure. But a lot of this, I just don't need it, and it's gonna go in the trash, or I'm gonna try to give it away. Actually, I should probably take this stuff down to like Goodwill is probably what I'll do. Is actually, I hate supporting Goodwill. I don't really believe in their business, but there's some local secondhand stores that are privately owned. And so I will make sure that this stuff doesn't go in the trash, but actually would probably go better to some place like that where they can make some money off of it. But I'll give it Chad a chance and stuff like this, the woodworking stuff that he might be able to use. So anyway, there was a drill bit sharpener in there also that I kind of tried this out, and it looks to me like it just ruined my bit, but maybe I'm doing it wrong. This little drill bit sharpener was in there. Maybe I'll keep that. I don't know. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to work, weld up those last 3 boxes, get them finished up today, and maybe roll over into some powder coating this afternoon, I hope. So anyway, pretty thrilled with my purchase. Eric's Solo Box. Hey, if you know what that stuff is, let me know in the comments below, because I'd really like to know. Talk to y'all later.